Hello, my name is Jake Reichbart, and today I'd like to invite you to a series of short guitar lessons on a wide range of topics that can help you improve your playing right away. Oftentimes these topics, to keep the videos short, the topics will come in parts 1, 2, 3, etc. Make sure to check the title, and if you are not on part number 1, find part number 1 and then view them in succession. Oftentimes there will also be a PDF available to accompany these lessons. Check the information below. And finally, if you do enjoy these free lessons, make sure to email me, jake.reichbart@gmail.com, to learn about my full-length video lessons that are available to purchase from me about mostly my solo guitar arrangements that you can see here on YouTube. I got a huge channel with many hundreds of great videos for you to enjoy. If you're not familiar with those, check those out. And here we go. Hello and welcome to part 4 of the lesson on how to invert any voicing on the guitar. And in the previous lessons, we've covered simple triads in closed voicing positions, open voicings, and then we moved on to drop chords. We did an example of drop 2 chords, and part 3 covered voicings that by themselves don't have a specific name other than if you attach them to a certain root note. That is to say, voicings that by themselves don't fall neatly into a 1, 3, 5, 7 type of a voicing. And today we will continue this concept with this voicing against the C. And we're all the examples that we've done so far are started at least with playing them against the C, so we have some kind of a baseline of where we're starting. So this particular voicing is played on the upper 4 strings, and against the C, we can call it a C7 sharp 9, and in this case with the 5 on top. Now, when we invert this voicing, we're not going to invert the C as part of it. We are going to invert only the upper 4 notes. And that's the neat part of it, that you don't have to invert the entire chord. You can invert just a part of it and keep the root, for example, the same, in this case the C. So we have the 3, which is the E. We have a 7, which is the B flat. We have this, let's call it a D sharp, which is a sharp 9. And then the 5 on top, the Gs. Now the principle to invert this is going to be exactly as before. We make a list on a sheet of paper, but the notes that we're going to write, the order is not going to be the order written in this voicing, which is to say the 3, 7, sharp 9, and 5. Instead, the order is going to be, let's say the lowest note in the voicing as it relates to C is the sharp 9, then 3, then 5, then 7. That's the order, the ascending order in a closed voicing. And the principle is the same. We take each of these notes and move it up one note at a time on each string to the next note on that string from our list. Accordingly, we're going to get this sound right here, which sounds great against C. I guess you can finger it like this, or do it like this, or let the bass player do it. It's very dissonant because you have that minor second here. And again, it's an inversion of this. So it's one of those things. If you're playing a tune, you're with your quartet or trio, and you're used to playing this, and this sounds good to you, why not also play this? Let alone that you have a different melody on top. Moving from here up, this is going to be our next voicing. 7, 3, 5, sharp 9. This one is easy to finger with a C, as it were. And once again, check the PDF below for the exact fingerings. And moving this further up to the next inversion, and it's a 4-note voicing, therefore there will be a total of 4 inversions. You'll get this sound. Very dissonant, but very unique and very useful when the time is right. So this pretty much sums up the idea of how to invert any voicing on the guitar, from simple voicings to complicated ones. What I will finish now with is a principle that will lead me, segue beautifully into the next lesson, which is the concept of moving chords from the diminished scales. The diminished scale is a very symmetrical one. So just to catch your ear here a little bit, remember we started with this one. All these notes belong in the diminished scale, and again, we will elaborate on that more specifically later. We said that this is the next inversion, but because the voicing, the notes remain the same because they're from the same list. And since these were from the diminished scale, so are these. And it stands to reason that if it's a symmetrical scale and everything can move in minor thirds, you can move this now back down here and you'll still have a good sounding C7 chord. Similar here, this one can move up a step and a half, and so on. And any of these voicings can be moved in minor thirds. All of these voicings. So just by your starting point of this voicing, all of a sudden now we have 16 voicings that come out of this. 4 of them we explained by way of inverting, and the remaining voicings we will explore in the next lesson. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.